John, the form just keeps getting better and better. What can you put it down to after you walk back into the club, only a month or so ago?
It's confidence, it's the results, but it's also, you have to keep on working hard and believing in the things that you're doing and knowing that we can play a good brand of football if we have everybody switched on and doing the things that they know they can do. But it's every game is different, and Sunday will be a difficult game and a different game as well.
Well, did you see that coming though last week, the 5-0? I mean, you can't have imagined in your dreams that you'd win 5-0 in Wellington.
No, of course not. We knew that if you look at the statistics, we've never won a game there, I think, the Heart, and it's always difficult. So winning 5-0 is something that, of course, you don't think of. But as I said before, we're trying to improve our game plan and the way we play, and that was also the way we approached the game in Wellington, and then that everything went our way. Yeah, that was a consequence of a lot of things, but it absolutely, if we play 10 more times in Wellington, we'll not win, I think, again with 5-0. So it's one of those games that everything went our way, and in their game plan, everything went the wrong way.
David Williams, a hat-trick. He's scoring a lot now. He hasn't always been a first-choice player for you, but do you think he's improved a lot in the last month or two?
Well, Sunday he improved a lot.
Certainly.
Well, David, I think, is a talented player, but with his talent, he can bring a lot more. I told before, and I have a lot of trust in him. And for the team, he's important if he can bring his qualities together with a good working attitude. And sometimes you have to make a choice in the balance of the team. And before he was not playing, I found the balance in the team, and he was not part of the starting 11. This doesn't mean that I don't believe in his qualities, because I do believe in his qualities, but it's not always that you have the players in the team that maybe a lot of people think. And well, he's done well in the position of Harry, so he'll play there again Sunday.
Harry's not available this weekend then either?
No.
And when are you expecting him back?
Well, hopefully he will start training from Monday, maybe this Saturday but then in a different way, of course, because and then hopefully next week he can join in and be part of the group, and then we have to see and analyze how far he is for the game against the Victory.
Any other injuries or suspensions for this weekend?
Well, Rob Wielaert, he's not playing, he's suspended. So we'll have to find a solution for that.
You've named Germano in the squad. Is he a chance to come back, or just sort of wait?
Germano is fit again. Hopefully today we have a good training session, and if he comes through that, then normally he's a player to take in consideration for the game against Brisbane.
Obviously, you mentioned Rob suspended, and the natural thing would be to move Patrick back to centre back. But you haven't named any other natural centre backs, I suppose, in the squad. What was the rationale behind that? As a replacement, as in to come onto the bench just in case something happens throughout the game.
You mean I don't understand the question. For Patrick to play on Sunday?
So Patrick would drop back to centre back, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, but in terms of bringing other players into the squad, there weren't any recognised centre backs coming in.
Well, Frankovic is a player that is a player that can play on that position.
Yeah.
So he will be in consideration for playing or being in the squad. So we have to see how things work out. Also, what I already said with Germano. And then we have to make a choice for the squad for Sunday.
He's a very versatile player for you, Germano, isn't he?
Yeah, Germano, when he's fit, he's a player that can play higher up the midfield. He can play defensive. He can play fullback. He can even play as a centre back, even though he's not tall, but he has the qualities to play there. So he's a very versatile player. Yeah.
You've got 4 of your next 5 games at Amy Park. How important is that in terms of keeping this momentum going that you've got?
Every game is important, and so we don't approach it in that way. We know that we're continuing on working and getting better, trying to get better, and I know we'll have not always that the game will go the way that it went on Sunday, but we always also show that when we have problems and difficulties that we can overcome. In the games before, we came back from behind every time, so I think the quality and the character of the team is very good at the moment, and we just have to approach the game against Brisbane very concentrated, because they have the best playing team in the league, and they can really make it difficult for any opponent when they have the ball. So we have to be concentrated, play our own game, and keep the momentum going, trying to get what I already said, our game improving.
Would you say to fans to temper their expectations a little bit this weekend, or what do you think the team's capable of now, coming off these recent results?
The fans, I think they should enjoy and be happy what's going on, and we should as well the last games. But then what I said, every game is different. We have to be concentrated, start all over again. You're as good as your last game, but if you start bad against Brisbane and we play a poor game, then it has consequences for the next game. So you have to be very careful with starting to dream, and because that's not the case. We're still at bottom of the table. We still have a long road to go to get close to even playoffs. And our first goal is to close the gap and play good football.
You think 34 points would do it for the finals? You've got 17 now.
I don't know, and I'm not counting.
You're not thinking.
I'm not thinking. It doesn't have any. What I always say, you can't control that. The only thing you control is our own games. Try to get as much points that are in with good football. And then at the end we'll see how far and if it's enough for playing finals or not.
Are you ahead of where you wanted to be when you came back to the club? Did you think? Did you have a sense that you could be in this position?
I was not thinking about that. I was thinking about getting the confidence back, getting the team playing better, and now that we've gained that much points, of course. In the beginning, I would not have thought maybe about that, but it's something that could be gone as quick as it came. So we have to keep our both feet on the ground.
A lot of these good results have happened since Orlando England came back in the team. Is that just coincidence, or is he a
Well, I don't agree, because we played actually with Orlando 35 minutes. Newcastle, we were already leading. Adelaide away, he played, in my opinion, he didn't play a good game. Adelaide away, and we were leading 2-1. I think the game against Sydney, he only played 35 minutes. So let's take everything a little bit out of making a player bigger than he is. He's already quite big. I know Orlando is a very good player, can play very good, and actually I think Sunday was his first performance that we can really say he helped the team a lot, and he knows it himself. So he has a lot of still a lot to show to the people in Australia and to our team, and he's getting fitter and game fit every week. So hopefully we can see more of his qualities in the coming period.
I mean, how do you stop Brisbane? I mean, they're probably the most fluent passing team in the league. Their movement is good. They've got good strikers.
Well, you're not going to stop them, because they have their way of playing. It's you have to try to make it difficult for them, and they will have their moments for sure, because it's a team that can outplay almost every opponent in the league, and we have to just make sure that we're prepared and play our own game, and try to make it difficult for them, and also to make sure that they can't always play as they want. But for sure it's going to be a very hard game, also because they come from a 1-0 loss, and they will try to prove that they're the best team.